Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm back to making some Path of Exile videos, and I got my new PC sorted, so video quality should be a lot nicer now, I hope. But yeah, this is my first character. It's level 91. I'm like super late to the league. I think I started like 3 days ago or something, and I've been slowly working through the Atlas. As you can see, I got my 4 stones. I got most of the bonus stuff. And yeah, this build is really similar to the one I made last league, like the one divine bleed build, but this is even cheaper, like less than one divine. And the build idea is I wanted to make another bleed melee bleed gladiator, and it's been pretty nice, especially for the budget. But it's kind of obvious this build doesn't really scale well that well into endgame. There's a couple of problems with like bossing DPS and just survivability, so I'm just saving all my currency for the next build. But yeah, I'm still really happy with it since I could do all of the Voidstone bosses and stuff, and I'll probably fill out the entire atlas before I make a new build. And the idea of the build is I wanted to use a Moral Hierarchy. This is like a really, really high base hit weapon, but really crappy attack speed. And this is perfect for like a bleed build, 'cause bleed only cares about your single hit, right? But most skills are really horrible to use with Moral Hierarchy, as you can see. It's almost like a 2 second attack time. But there's a couple of skills that can negate the downside, which is like Wall Earthquake, for example. The first attack is really slow, but after that you can just run around and it like automatically does damage to mobs. And the other one is Shockwave support, and this one you can just support it to like a Cyclone or something, and every time you hit a mob, like you just tap Cyclone, it's gonna do a AoE attack that just does a lot of damage, great for bleeds. And yeah, Gladiator has really good synergy with bleed, explosions, some generic power from like charges, and yeah. And the passive tree is also pretty generic. Armor resists physical damage, some mace nodes, and for the wildwood thing, I went for I don't even know what it's called, but the charm one. But it turns out I can't find any good charms for this build, so I just have a fortify, and yeah, that's it. I don't know, probably a bad choice, but it's whatever. And yeah, for the gear, it's just more of hierarchy, obviously, and the rest are just random rares with like life resists, maybe some stats, and also Rishlata's Quail, which just makes it so bossing is a little bit higher DPS. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Really simple build, works decently well. Nice starter in my opinion, but yeah, doesn't really scale that well. So let's do a ticket. So mapping is actually feels quite nice, especially for like the crappy attack speed Mace has. So all you have to do is just run around and tap Cyclone on the packs. The problem comes with like rare mobs like this one that you kinda have to kite him around so he takes full damage from the bleed. And some mobs just really don't like to move around, which is quite annoying. And melee bleed really needs some more support to make like mobs count as moving. Yeah, the mapping experience is quite nice. Yeah, like mob like this doesn't really want to move is where I weapon swap to a bow and I spam ensnaring arrow if needed. And for big boy bosses I use wall earthquake. This has a little bit higher damage bleed, and after a while I just spam the bow. And yeah, you can see normal bosses, they melt pretty quickly. Wall earthquake is also on a 5 link, so damage could be a little bit higher. And yeah, that's pretty much the build. I'm probably gonna try farm up a little bit more currency and then try out some new builds, so let me know what you think and I'll see you later. Bye.